Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Peter Sesele. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 part-time jobs you can get easily in Canada without any work experience. Are you ready? Okay. Number one is a sales associate position. Basically, it can be a type of a company where they are currently doing sales. For example, place like Walmart, where they sell groceries and some other items. So a sales associate is basically you sell products, right? So you are not the one going to look for customers. So when client come in there, they buy their product, and then if they have any question to ask regarding a certain product, as a sales associate, you are the one that they are going to ask. So that doesn't really require a lot of experience, because they are going to train you in the company as to what is required in the position, the responsibilities, and they are going to train maybe for, depends on the company, they can train you for maybe a number of weeks or days, as the case may be. So that is number one, sales associate position. The second job you can get very easily is a customer service position. So customer service is also related to sales associate, but in this case you not necessarily have to sell any product. So basically the way it works is, as a customer service representative, it can even be phone calls, right? Maybe people calling you, inquiring about a certain product, and then as a customer service representative, you are the one to offer solution to that particular a customer as to more details about the product. So you are usually like the first line of contact whenever they call, for like call center, customer service representative, or you don't necessarily need to have like lots of experience for this, so they can actually train you. So but just indicate interest that you want to work as a customer service representative, and then sometimes they also call them customer service associate or CSR. They are all the same thing. Okay, the third job you can get easily, it's a cashier position. So a cashier position is basically, those people you meet at the front end of the, let's say you go to a grocery store to buy something, and then at the end of buying everything, you put all your groceries on a cart, and then put it on the one of the tray over there, and then let the cashier at those front end that are going to kind of scan all the products and all the items that you've bought, and then at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, oh, everything is going to cost $20 or $30, and then you pay, and then they give you change. So it's a very, very easy kind of job. They are going to train you anyways. They are going to train, so you don't need a lot of years of work experience to be able to do that. Although in some other places they call them sales associate. So don't just get confused. Irrespective of what they call them, sales associate or cashiers, they are all all kind of closely related. The fourth job that I want to talk about is a warehouse associate. So as a warehouse associate, what you are basically doing is, let's say it's a Coca-Cola warehouse, right? So basically you are involved in arranging the items in the warehouse. I mean, of course you'll not be working alone. There are going to be lots of other people that are going to be working with you, right? So you're going to be involved in arranging the warehouse or putting materials where they belong. Let's say a trailer just offloaded a particular goods as many as it can. So as a warehouse associate, you are going to put all of these materials into their respective shelf, and this particular one can be working during the day or working during the night. So if you're working during the night, basically what it means is all of these materials are going to try to arrange them in their respective shelves. Okay, so sometimes they might require like forklift experience, which is not really, it's not even difficult to use. They can actually train you on the job. So just indicate interest, and you will be willing to learn. As far as you're willing to learn, easy to do. Okay, and then number 5 is working as a server or as a bartender. So this is basically you're working in a restaurant, and then you are the one that will take order for people and say, oh, hello, I'm gonna what do you need today? So maybe they will say they need, you show them the menu, and then you're going to say, okay, give me this food, give me this drink. So that's actually the work of server or bartender. And the good thing about this type of job is that you usually get a tip. Okay, a tip is like maybe instead of $10, you know, a particular customer can decide to pay $12, right? At that $12, the $2 on top is usually called a tip. Okay, and most times that is usually for you. They give you cash or add to your account as pretty much okay. So that's pretty much easy to get. So even though you don't have that, you know, experience, you know, you can easily find work as a server or as a bartender. Number 6, working as a production assistant. Production assistant. So as a production assistant, you are basically involved. It's still related to a warehouse job, but in this case, let's say you are working in a company that are involved in production assistance or packaging. Let me try to combine it together. You are working in a company that produce, let's say, they are into the production of let's say rubber materials, as the case may be. So after the production, as the packaging, you know, officer, you are the one going to be involved in packing the materials into their respective cartons and everything, and possibly you might have to do the labeling and then maybe the taping of and everything. So that's basically the work of a production assistant or a warehouse production assistant or a packaging officer. So they are pretty much the same thing. So like I said before, you don't need a lot of work experience to be able to work in this position. What you just need to know is to have the passion and, you know, submit your resume, and then hopefully you get invited for an interview. Number 7. So the 7th job you can actually get for a part-time is called flagging. Flagging. So this basically means, you know, there is a lot of construction going around in different places in Canada, in different cities and different streets. So the flaggers are basically those people that will stand with those, you know, stop and slow sign to say, oh, you know, especially when they are doing all those construction, they can tell you slow down or stop or move, as the case may be. So those are basically flaggers, right? It's the only challenge is that you really have to just, you know, if it's in the summer, you have to stand inside the rain during the period that they are going to be doing the flagging, right? And if they are doing the construction during winter, so you're basically going to be standing inside the cold doing the flagging as well. So think about your health. If you are convenient with it, then you can apply for it. Number 8 thing that you can do is, you know, you can become like a taxi driver or a delivery driver. Of course, the only caveat to this is that you really need to have a good driver's license. So if you're just coming in, this might not be for you, especially when you don't have a driver's license. Okay, when you have a driver's license, then this job becomes easy for you. And meanwhile, for taxi, there is like kind of a higher class of license that you need to be able to work in this regard. So if you are interested, maybe you're already driving in your country, what you can do is to really spend some time to, you know, maybe do the road test and everything here to get that actual driver's license to be able to drive a taxi. Okay, number 9, you can work as a personal support worker. So personal support worker is basically, you know, taking care of people, and then it can be, let's say, someone that is not feeling too well, and then the particular company that you are working with, they send you to that client, and you are just going to stay with that client to make sure they take their drugs, you know, sometimes you might even cook for them, you know, as the case may be. The only disadvantage about this type of job is that in some provinces, they will require you to get some certification. So if you don't get that personal support worker certificate, you might not be able to work, right? But there are some other provinces, as far as you have an experience back in your country, you will be able to work as a personal support worker. Okay, let me end with this number 10. You can do a part-time job as a tutor. So basically, if you are very knowledgeable about a particular area, let's say you go to maths and physics and chemistry, you can actually be an online tutor, okay, teaching either, you know, high school students, you know, first year student, as the case may be. This is really depends on how knowledgeable you are in a topic. So make sure you tutor a particular subject that you are very conversant with, you know, because I mean some people are smart here, and if you don't know what you are doing, they will be aware of that. So you do that, you know, and then, you know, try to work no more than 20 hours a week as much as I'll talk about that in my next video. So these are the top 10 jobs that you can apply for part-time in Canada to make you cold cash, and then they don't really require a lot of experience. It's something you can go, but make sure you work on your CV, tailor your CV such that, or your resume, to be able to match the particular job that you are applying for. Once again, I want to say thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, you know, give a thumbs up and a like, and then leave a comment if you have any specific question, something I haven't addressed in this video. Please leave a comment in the comment section, and then I will try to address the question as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.